morning.
Hey, everybody.
My coffee is not good.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
That's a great way to
I'll
start.
drink it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. Do the intro.
Welcome to Awkward Conversations. I was thinking this morning, in case we have people that are new, I wanted to just share with you that we choose these topics for these, but we do not prepare together. And that's on purpose because we think it lends to the entertainment of these videos, but it also assures that the conversation is such that we're really both coming from our own perspectives, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it very authentic.
Right. And that's the goal.
I will never forget the time you said something that I was like,
I know.
What?
I know.
And I know he's felt the same. Where
Yeah.
Like, we've been married how long, and you have never told me that.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a whole awkward conversation topic right there, just the changes and shifts in life and how do you not know things about each other? Well, part of that, things change, but that's a whole maybe episode.
But a lot of that is not, just things change. Yes, of course they do. But I heard a statistic the other day that I was like, I haven't checked it. I don't know if it's true, but it makes sense to me. And it is, you are not actually, over the course of your marriage, you are actually married to 5 different people, even if it's the same person. And I thought, man, that is so true. So true. Yeah. Because of the seasons of life that we go through.
Sure.
But that's no excuse for not knowing things.
Yeah.
Of course, there's always going to be little surprises, but hopefully I'm communicating with you and you're communicating. That is ideally what marriage is that communication piece. So,
right.
Anyway, so when things pop up on camera, we get to be real genuine in our response.
Yeah. So then that lends into our topic today.
Yeah.
The first time we realized we were hurting each other.
Yeah.
Is the topic. Yeah.
And for me, I instantly go, wait, we're talking about both. The first time we realized we were hurting each other.
Right.
But, as an individual, you go, the first time I realized you were hurting me.
Right.
First time I realized I was hurting you.
Yeah, they might be different times, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I also realized, there's so much we could go into. Most topics are this way, but I realized too that there's an element of, I remember when I realized that I was hurting Sandra and it was not my intent. Yeah. Right. And I do think couples approach things differently. And personalities play in, there's so many dynamics to this, but I think I would say in general, and I say that because, there's exceptions to everything, but in general, I don't feel like either one of us has ever purposely, intently set out to hurt the other one.
Yeah, I would agree.
Some couples do that.
Yeah.
And I know, that maybe isn't something we play into a lot of conversation today, but I would just point out that if you are intentionally hurting each other, you need to stop it. I don't know how else to say it. I think that purpose and that intent, it doesn't change the pain, it doesn't change the hurt. And it doesn't mean that I can claim, well, I didn't mean to do it. I'm not saying that, but I am saying I have not set out to purposely hurt you.
Yeah.
Maybe there's an exception, but boy, not much. And I don't feel the same from you either. You know? I don't know. I just felt like that was an important thing to note in this conversation.
Yeah. And I do think there are times that we might be petty.
Oh, sure.
Right. Where
I can't deny that.
Where I could see, I'm not saying he's done this, but I could see Seth being because he ends up, we run the dishwasher at night. So then in the morning, the dishwasher is full of clean dishes. Well, he's the first one up. He usually has extra time. So he usually empties the dishwasher. I've never asked him to do that.
No.
I don't expect that. There are times he doesn't. But sometimes I wonder if out of pettiness, he wouldn't get fed up and be like, she can empty the damn dishwasher today. Because I'm just sick of doing it. Because I have those things the other way around where I'll have moments of pettiness where I'm like, no, I'm not taking care of his frying pan. And then I'm like, oh Oh my gosh, he emptied the whole dishwasher.
Oh, man.
You can take care of the frying pan.
You're right. I mean, those dynamics of just everyday living together
I just think that's
play out in different
the
ways.
reality of being humans.
Yeah.
You know, like we are
Yeah.
human and we do have our depravities, and hopefully they don't go so far as to intentionally hurt one another
Right.
in ways that are
Right.
just mean and cruel.
Yeah.
But
But-
I do know that there are those moments, because we're human,
Yeah.
of pettiness, like
Of course,
where,
yeah.
where we have those silly things.
Yeah.
And
And
I
it's
don't know
in-
if you feel that. I definitely have.
Well, no, I mean, definitely. I mean, we all have our moments. So yes, I
Yeah.
could not deny that there
fess
are
up.
those moments. But I think, yes, fess up, right? Own that pettiness. But I think the other side of it is owning. Like, I realized that I am more bothered, and some of this might be personality showing up, but I'm more bothered by how I have hurt Sandra than how she has hurt me. For the most part, it bugs me that I've done things that have hurt you. The fact that you've hurt me, I'm not saying that it's not painful and there aren't things there that bother me, but overall, I don't like that I've hurt you.
I think that is, though, I think for me, I experience those two emotions different.
Oh, sure.
The fact that you have hurt me comes out for me as painful.
Yeah.
The fact that I have hurt you doesn't
Yeah.
feel painful. It
Oh.
feels disappointing. It feels
Yeah.
regretful. It
Sure.
feels, you know,
Sure.
but it doesn't feel like painful.
Yeah. Oh, I appreciate you sharing that, because I think on that that thought, different people are going to experience it different.
Yeah.
So people that are watching and maybe trying to apply this to their lives, I mean, how you experience it is how you experience it, and it's important, right? And so when I think about how I've hurt you, or the topic is hurting each other, which no couple is going to navigate. If you're going to live together over the long term, there's going to be these moments.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. So I think for me, and I don't know on this topic that we're necessarily, I didn't like pinpoint dates and exact times of when
I hurt
we
you.
first realized we
Oh,
were
sure.
hurting each other.
Yeah.
But there are
Yeah.
definitely events. You know, I think I probably went a good part of 10 years into our marriage before I realized there was anything between us but bliss.
I would say it was probably more like 12 or 13.
Okay. For me.
Yes,
Yeah, okay. I mean, and that's very possible because, like
Yeah.
I say, I did not like pinpoint the date. I'm going to guess that maybe it was earlier for you.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Again, I think I don't mind being honest and upfront about that
And
kind of thing.
part of that,
but I was
again-
pretty blind until about year 12 or
Yeah,
13.
and that's what I was going to say. Part of that, again, is personality
Sure.
of awareness.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
we had one evening, and I'm not going to give the
Mm-hmm.
details, not because I'm embarrassed or bothered about it, but because of the time factor. But we had one evening where I was going out to watch a softball game, and Seth was staying home, and I made a comment. And it was interesting because that comment that I made, I was intentionally making that comment, and I was very direct and very specific. And I made that because I felt like I had tried to communicate for years
Right.
this thing,
Yeah.
and I wasn't getting it across.
Yeah.
So then I made the comment and made this statement, and it was like very blunt. And
It
for
worked.
Seth,
It worked.
felt very harsh. But I'm like, I have been trying to say this for 5, 7, 10 years. I don't know how long, in other ways
Right.
and nicely, and it just
Right.
wasn't registering. And so,
And you know, yeah.
but literally, we were 15 years in at that point.
I think we were, yeah. And it's interesting because so I speak with diplomatic speak. I must hear with diplomatic hearing because she's right. I wasn't getting it. So I remember this event that was the key moment for me when I realized, oh, okay, so everything isn't just wonderful and blissful. and I have hurt her. And I then was on a journey of figuring out, what does that mean? And how do I correct? How do I rectify? How do I deal with this realization now? So is that a bad moment? No. Was it fun? No. But I think I said to somebody just yesterday that there's something beautiful about a relationship, and specifically a marriage relationship. It could be true in other relationships too, but there's something beautiful that happens over the long haul. Right? So there is something that can be in a long-term relationship that can't be in a short term.
Absolutely.
And it's easy to forget that and to look at the pains and the hurts and look at the whole big picture and realize, yeah, but there's something here that's special and important.
Yeah.
I didn't like that had been violated and that I was the perpetrator largely.
Yeah. And it
Right.
hadn't been, to say it had been violated is interesting to me.
Is that a big
Because
word? Too big?
It is, maybe, but I mean, if that's how you view it, that's
Right.
great. But to me, I was, rather than dismissing the relationship altogether because I wasn't happy,
Right.
I was trying to say something that would help us, that would save us, that would keep us in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
And it was damaging, but we were already damaged, which that's not how you felt.
Right. No. Right. But did you hear what you said in that? I think you probably did, and I hope they did, that you said it was damaging, but it was damaging to a good end. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the proverb that says, faithful are the wounds of a friend.
Yeah.
Deadly, whatever, are the kisses of an enemy. It is that.
And you know what? That's fascinating. I'd not really ever thought through this, but just as you said that, I realized even that evening when that event occurred, I felt like it was a faithful wound. It was the wound of a faithful friend. How does that say?
Yeah.
I did not feel like an attack from an enemy or candy. I was glad things weren't sugar coated anymore, even though I had no idea what it meant. And it wasn't, it was painful, but that's okay.
Yeah.
When it's to a faithful end or a good end, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I wish that I had known that because I felt, like that was so hard for me because I hurt him. I had been trying for 15 years not to hurt him.
Right.
But I was hurting.
Yeah.
And so then I hurt him. And that was, I don't know. That was just a hard season.
It was.
And I wish that you had said to me, I appreciate that. It feels like the wound from a faithful friend. But
yeah, I didn't have the bandwidth to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I look back and I realized that was what I experienced. But in the midst of it, in the moment, I wish I could have expressed that too.
Yeah.
But it wasn't there.
And this is the beauty of grace and forgiveness.
Oh man.
Right. This is, and your marriage, even if you're best friends, from the time you start being a couple,
right.
Your marriage is going to have moments where you have to use grace, where you have to lean into that grace, where you have to have forgiveness. Like
you do.
Best of marriages, you're going to have those things in that marriage, grace and forgiveness, or it can't continue.
Absolutely.
I want to say too, just as a reminder, when we're talking about marriage, we're talking about a marriage that is relatively healthy in the sense of there's no physical abuse, sexual abuse, any sort of alcohol abuse, drug abuse happening. Like, if you've got those things happening,
good point.
One, you should probably be seriously considering separating. Just if there's abuse there, it's a different game. So
It
when
is a
I talk
different
about
game.
grace and forgiveness, I'm not talking about grace and forgiveness again for the guy who has beat you
Yeah.
senseless last night. I'm talking about grace
Yeah.
and forgiveness when you have a human being who is
Mm-hmm.
a believer, who loves Jesus, who's doing his best, and maybe even not a believer, but doing his best to be a good husband or doing her best to be a good wife.
Yeah.
So I just think
Yeah.
I want to be really clear about that, because when we're talking about marriage, there are marriages where people could hear that as, no, I need to make this work. If there's abuse, that's something different. So I just want
It is something different. And I think something that we mention, not too uncommon for us to mention, is just being willing to learn and grow too.
yeah,
So to
Yeah.
give grace and give love, but also be willing to learn and grow.
yeah.
And I think some
Being
of those,
able to admit our faults, for me, when something shows up, to go, oh, I recognize this as a weakness and I need to, find
Yeah.
some tools to help me make those shifts and change it.
I don't know if this played in or not, but I was just thinking of an example of, it was a good number of years later that you and I had a moment where, because of the nature of the life we had chosen, we both travel. Well, we still travel a lot. We've always traveled a lot,
Yeah.
right? But I remember coming home from I believe it was like almost a 6-week mission trip. And it was to, Southeast Asia. So I don't remember if it was just China, or if it included Cambodia and Vietnam, that kind
I
of
think
thing.
it was actually 2 or 3 countries over that 6
I think so. But you can imagine, those were amazingly rewarding trips, but they were also exhausting, right? And I think it was a fascinating thing, because for whatever reason, in that particular scenario, I went on that trip. I think I was only home like 5 days. And then I went to Costa Rica for a week or 10 days.
Yeah.
And when I got home, you
I had
looked at
pretty
me. Do
much
you remember what you said?
I had pretty much been a single mom that summer.
2 months. Two months.
Me and the kids. That was.
Do you remember what you said? What'd you say?
I don't remember verbatim, but
Yeah.
basically I said, listen, that's too long
Yeah.
of a time space.
Yeah.
I got married to you so that we could be together.
Right.
If this
Yeah.
is going to be a habit, why are we married?
Yeah.
There's no point in us continuing to stay together
Right.
if this is going to be the new way we're doing things, because I'm not interested.
So that's pretty much what I remember too. And the good news is, I don't know if it was because of the initial, a good number of years before that, where we had that moment that you described earlier of, waking up to, oh, this is not all wedded bliss. There are things here. I don't know how that played in, but I will say, when we hit this moment of you saying, I didn't get married to you for you to be gone all the time, I heard it. And you know what? Not only heard it, I honored it. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm in the process of building my kingdom here, but part of that is my family, and specifically my wife, right?
Yeah.
And we never did that kind of length of time again,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So that went well. They don't actually, I want to back up there. I was about to say that went well. That implies that some of our interactions haven't gone well. Quite honestly, we've had plenty of interactions that you could maybe look at and say didn't go well, but I would build on that and say, but if some are more difficult than others, but in the end, if it leads down a path of growth, I think you need the difficult ones too.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, if you had,
that's not fun, but
if you had not ever recovered from my comment that evening, and or you had decided, travel is more important, these mission trips are more important, any of that,
Right.
it could have gone completely differently.
Sure.
But I just feel
Sure.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Those difficult moments are going to happen.
They are.
You're going to have those. So it's the same as in sports. It doesn't matter if you lose. It's how did you get back up again? How did you play the next
Right.
game? How did you recover?
Yeah.
If you fell, did you get back up? And that's the same as in marriage. You are going to fall. You are going to have moments.
Yeah.
So how are you going to recover? How are you going to come back from those?
Right.
And there is, like Seth said, something very beautiful
There is
about long-term relationships. And, you know, for me, I really love the beginning of a relationship. Friendship, relationship, anything. Like, I love getting to know somebody new. It's like exciting and fun and good. And so I love that space.
Just all the newness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, there's a part of me that would choose that every time over a long distance relationship.
Long term, you mean?
Long term, sorry. Just because it is more fun and I love fun. But that being said, we are 37 years in.
Is it 38 or 39 coming up here in a few weeks?
Oh, yeah.
I think we're at 37.
38.
I don't know.
I think we're at 38 coming up. Anyway.
We'll have to do the math here.
Anyway.
A long time.
So we are, you know, that far into this marriage, and I'm at 38 years just beginning to see the benefit of the long-term relationship.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
That is quite the thought.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Forever's a long time when you start at 19.
It is 38 because I'm 58 and I had just turned 20 when we got married.
Yeah,
so we're at 38
okay.
in a few weeks. So I loved your analogy there. I'm not a big sports guy, but I think it's important. I loved your concept there is be a good winner, be a good loser. And by loser, I mean, that's a bad word. That's not what I mean by that. What I mean is
be a good little loser.
Take the hard stuff, do the hard stuff well, do the easy stuff well.
Yeah.
Right. I have to share a win with them. Okay.
Okay. And
because
this will be the end.
Right. So we just established that we've been married almost 38 years. Right. In 38 years, something had never happened that happened just recently. I purchased a pair of shoes and she looked at them and she's like, those are like most excellent. That's not what she said, but she really liked them. And I realized this is the first time in 38 years I've purchased a pair of shoes on my own that you really liked. I take every win. I share that because it's actually it's kind of fun. It's just shoes, but it's kind of funny. But the long-term relationship has the silly dynamics, the extremely serious dynamics, and the richness of it all. And you know, it's good to navigate through it.
Yeah.
I hope this has been helpful, to some people. And no matter where you find yourself in this, personally, but also as a couple in your relationships, I hope that you can embrace the idea that, there have been those moments you've hurt each other, but what have we heard today? Give grace, give love, be willing to learn, be willing to grow, own your stuff, when you recognize, wow, I really was in the wrong here, or this is a point where I can grow. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And get help if you need help.
Yeah.
There's no shame or anything in getting help.
Right. Yeah.
I wish we would have gotten help at 15 years.
Yeah, we probably it would have helped us.
Yeah.
Well, that's been a long time ago though, but we should have.
Yes.
We would be a bit further along on a few things maybe.
Down the road.
Yeah. Even though we're tracking well, it could have been even better.
That's that 3 side. We're not going to that.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
We really enjoy bringing these videos to you.
Good to be giving you content. We love that you're watching. We're getting good reviews, good comments, and we will continue this. So stay tuned.
Yeah. See you next time. Hey everybody, we ask you to please like and subscribe so that other people find out about these videos and so that you're alerted when new episodes come out.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.